Sexuality, what a provocative topic. How would you describe it? There are many words that come to mind when we think of sexuality, but far too often it is reduced to a behavior. And for many, this is problematic, specifically for African American men. Historically, with the addition of race and ethnicity to the equation, what could be said about the sexuality of Black men? First, qualitative and quantitative research continues to suggest that the identities of Black and man are experienced as one fused identity, Black man. On every level of society, his pose is considered aloof or hypermasculine, unless otherwise noted. These tropes disallow for the development of multiple epistemologies and diverse expressions of sexuality. Historically, Black men, including myself, have been told that our sexuality is excessive or mysterious, something to be tamed and regulated. According to psychology, Black men go through stages to discover their sexuality. Biological determinism tells us that sexuality or orientation is genetic. Public health research tells us that Black men are ravishing communities of color, that we are vectors of disease. But wait, no one has stopped to ask us how we make sense of our sexuality. My project uses critical race theory and queer theory to begin to unpack the beliefs, values, and attitudes and lived experiences of African American men. The social construction of race has many implications, one being its relation to heteronormativity. However, the philosophy of the Black body tells us that the racialized body is indefinitely raced, a sign of non-heteronormativity. Through the use of critical race theory and queer theory, through the use of counter-narratives attended to both critical race theory and queer theory, I will interview Black men to better understand the actualization of their sexuality. The narrative approach is concerned with the categories of identity and how they are lived, experienced, and developed. There's value in extrapolating ideas of sexuality, not necessarily to discount behavior-based conceptualizations of sexuality, but not necessarily to discount behavior-based conceptualizations of sexuality, but to imagine anew. There's value in seeking it, naming it, and claiming it as a liberatory practice. There is liberation in our ability to speak to our experiential realities, however varied and complex. Thank you.